Right now at 6, we showed you the video of father and son mocking a disabled girl. Now new developments in the push to make it right.
And response pouring in after our story about an urgent plea to save animals in one local community. What you can do to keep them from being put down.
Plus, a driver loses control and ends up in the Cuyahoga River. How he survived the terrifying plunge.
The following newscast is sponsored by Time Warner Cable. In high definition, 19 Action News starts now.
We begin with a live look outside, a wet, dreary Tuesday.
Sure is. The rain started overnight and it is not over yet. A few showers and storms are going to stick around for tonight. Our severe weather expert Jeff Tanchak is tracking the rain. Jeff?
Yeah, well, not looking for anything widespread. We do have a few showers west side, but because of the high humidity, temperatures are going to be pretty warm here. Let's look at the forecast this evening. We'll just hold steady, I believe, mid-60s, but there will be a few showers and storms around. We'll get to the radar coming up here, but it's a cloudy sky downtown, 65. A lot of the rain that we saw today coming early this morning. You might have been out in that. 71 Akron, Canton, less than a tenth of an inch of rain for you today. And in Worcester, we have a cloudy sky. It is 72. There's a look at Fort First Alert Doppler. A couple of light showers around Sandusky, but especially Ottawa, Sandusky, Seneca County. We could see a few more, though, pop up this evening. I'll have more on that and talk about some even warmer days ahead. At least until the end of the week. We'll have more on that straight ahead. Denise, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Now a 19 Action News alert. A health scare at a local school. Officials at Learwood Middle School in Avon Lake say a student is infected with MRSA. The school district is scrubbing down the gym, the restrooms, cafeteria, buses, classrooms, you name it. The school is still open, though. They say the scrub down should prevent the bacteria from spreading.
We are asking new questions about a local football referee busted with a big stash of pot before a game. And it's not the first time he's been caught with drugs. Our Ed Gallick joins us live with this 19 Action News investigation.
Yeah, dug up this police report from Chardon. Another pot bust. How was this guy a high school referee? One reason we found? No formal background checks. All that pot. Gotta wonder about this guy's past. Westlake police say last week they found lots of marijuana and money in the car of Roger Ward, a referee arrested just before last week's Westlake High School football game. Busted, police say, when Ward asked this canine cop where he could park. The officer spotted drugs. Duh. And sure enough, a police report from 2010 shows Ward caught with pot. The old case, Chardon, a traffic stop. Ward arrested with a drug pipe, and a report shows a, quote, large amount of what seemed to be marijuana. But Ward convicted only of disorderly conduct. Still, remember he referees high school games. Showed up at a game with this stash. We asked the State High School Athletic Association, doesn't the group do background checks for refs? Well, no. The association relies on refs to fess up about their past records. And someone can still be a game official even if convicted of misdemeanor crimes. Any kind of misdemeanors. Even some more serious felonies.
With about 15,000 officials and with a limited staff, we're just not able to do criminal background checks on all registered officials. But we do seek out those that have been convicted of a felony. And we do try to target those folks so they're aware of them.
As of late today, Ward's still in jail, but what's next? The Athletic Association has suspended Ward till the case plays out. Then the association will review should he still ref. So after all this, still a chance he'll get back on the field. Reporting live at Gallick, 19 Action News.
Thank you, Ed. Akron police need your help catching a pizza crook who's armed and dangerous. It happened Friday at the Giorgio's Pizza on West Market. The suspect came in the back door around 10 a.m. armed with 2 handguns. He got his cash and took off. Now, if you recognize him, call police. And this just in, police need your help finding a bank robbery suspect. Around 3:30 this afternoon, a man held up Lorraine National Bank on Pearl Avenue. Check out the surveillance video. The suspect is wearing glasses. He has a tattoo on his neck and is wearing a baseball hat. If you know who this is, give a tip to police. You could get a reward. Well, early voting kicked off in Ohio today with just 5 weeks until the election.
Yeah, some people camped outside of the Board of Elections while others are opting to mail in their ballots. Our Brian Duffy has the latest on Campaign 2012.
They camped out right on the steps of the Board of Elections, a Sleep Out the Vote campaign leading up to day one of early voting here in the state of Ohio. State Senator Nina Turner rallied the overnight troops and then was joined this morning by United States Senator Sherrod Brown and Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson. Also out early this morning, urging people to vote early, Craig Robinson. Robinson is the basketball coach at Oregon State University. He also happens to be the brother of First Lady Michelle Obama and the brother-in-law of the president.
It's because when you have an opportunity like we have in this country to make your voice heard, we want to make sure everybody's voice is heard.
The doors swung open at 8 this morning and the first Ohio ballots of the election season were marked. The nuances and technicalities of the early voting process have created a long-term battle between Republicans and Democrats as both sides of the aisle try to make the process work best for their self-interests. But for some, early voting just eliminates a hassle.
I think the last presidential election, it was all the way around a corner, around another corner, so it's kind of nice. Everybody won't be bunched up at one time.
Brian Duffy, 19 Action News.
Now a 19 Action News update on a car thief in court facing murder charges. 24-year-old Jorge Martinez pleaded not guilty. Police say Martinez stole a car, then killed the owner when he crashed that car into a tree. It happened last month on West 98th Street. The victim was holding on to the hood of the car at the time of the crash, trying to keep it from being stolen. Cleveland Heights police need your help tonight. They are searching for a suspected car thief. Do you recognize this guy? He's 48-year-old Wayman Smith. Police say Smith could be connected to a slew of auto thefts in the area. Call police if you know where he is.
We told you about this story yesterday. The Ashtabula County shelter is too crowded, and now they could have to put some animals down. Since our story aired, the calls have been pouring in. Our Harry Boomer is live in Ashtabula County with the latest, now at 6.
Animal lovers from all over responding to an overwhelming need at the Ashtabula APL because cats and dogs facing a certain death if they're not adopted out.
I used to live out here, but then my wife seen your guys' advertisement last night on news about these dogs, so we came out to see what they had.
Paul Fitzwater believes that every animal that needs a good home should have a good home. Thankfully, for some of the 100 dogs and cats at the Ashtabula County APL, things are looking up.
When we came today earlier, there was quite a few people, so hopefully quite a few of them go home.
It touched my heart, all these dogs, because nobody wants to adopt them. They're older dogs. A lot of people want puppies, not older dogs. And I can't see them being put down. There's, plenty of people who do want dogs and will take older ones. That's why we came out here. As soon as I saw the story, he came in from work. I'm like, we've got to go out there. And he's like, why? I'm like, they're going to put all these dogs down. He's like, okay, no problem, we'll go.
The APL shelter that's full of animals today also full of caring people wanting to take them home. They were responding to the news they saw on 19 Action News yesterday about the possibility many of these dogs and cats will have to be put down if they don't get adopted out soon.
We've had somebody adopted a Rottweiler out in the Cleveland area. Somebody drove from Massillon today, and he actually brought all of his records with him. It made the process go a lot quicker.
This family drove all the way in from Pennsylvania to adopt this cutie named Carly. There's still plenty of other animals needing good homes, and there's going to be a special event this weekend at the Mentor Pets Smart. So come on down. I'm Harry Boomer, 19 Action News.
That is awesome. Well, local teachers get a huge surprise, and you can join in the fight for a cure. Once again, featuring the voice of Drew Carey, 19 Action News is
everywhere.
Solon. The Solon Square Shopping Center on Aurora Road got a facelift. Several shopping centers in Solon are under construction. The city wanted to do something about the aging shopping plaza, and people who live there couldn't be happier about the changes.
Everywhere.
Cleveland. 8 local teachers got a big surprise today. Office Max's A Day Made Better program is awarding them each $1,000 to use for new school supplies. We were at Adlai Stevenson Elementary School on the city's east side when one lucky teacher found out.
Everywhere.
Westlake, Cleveland Clinic, and Panera Bread are teaming up to fight breast cancer during October. You can help too just by buying a pink ribbon bagel. A portion of the sale will go to the Cleveland Clinic Taussig Cancer Institute. It's the second year the clinic has teamed up with Panera to fight for a cure. Next on 19 Action News at 6, it was shocking video. A disabled schoolgirl taunted by a grown man. Now what the family is planning to do about it.
A wild ride in Akron. A man drives his car right into a river after swerving to miss a deer. Find out how he made it out safely. Jeff.
Yeah, let's go down to Independence here. A hint of sun right there as it sets, but it's still mainly cloudy. Could be a couple of showers, rumble of thunder this evening. First alert forecast coming at you. Stick around.
Plus, a drop in temperatures isn't always a bad thing. What the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo is offering to get people to visit.
But first, it's time for your cheap gas report. The average in Ohio, $3.68. You'll pay $3.53 at the Marathon in Canton on Tuscarawas near Poplar. It's $3.57 at the BP in Rocky River on Hilliard near Worcester. And you'll pay $3.57 at the Speedway in Bedford Heights, Aurora, and Rockside Road.
19 Action News. Honest, fair, everywhere.
Breaking news. It's what we do best.
More breaking news now.
An accident killed a road construction worker.
Breaking today.
A little boy was found wandering the streets.
19 Action News. Honest, fair, everywhere.
Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio.
Elk and Elk, how may I help you?
When you've been injured, things can happen fast.
I'll connect you now.
It takes a talented team. Our resources and our experts provide a winning combination. Elk and Elk is your team. Our experts come together on every case to make sure our clients get what they deserve. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Elk and Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries.
In the last election, I voted for Barack Obama. I guess I fell for hope and change, like everybody else. The hope is gone, and the change didn't happen, and I think what changed has changed for the worst. I don't think Barack Obama is a friend of Israel at all. The economy is in a horrible situation. The kids are graduating college without jobs. You see so many houses in foreclosure. The debt is out of control. I think we can do better than Barack Obama.
The Republican Jewish Coalition is responsible for this advertisement. Join us.
Betty Sutton spent big on Obama's stimulus, doling out jobs to China, allowing bonuses to Wall Street fat cats, millions to a now bankrupt company with ties to Obama. Nearly everyone got a piece of Sutton's stimulus. But for Ohio, Sutton backed tax hikes on small businesses, risking jobs, spending more. Betty Sutton doesn't get it, and that's hurting our economy. The National Republican Congressional Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I think I want a cheeseburger with bacon and portobello mushrooms. Have you had lunch yet?
No. That's the power of Wendy's new hot and melty bacon portobello melt.
Now that's better.
You tonight. I'd stay down if I was you. Listen up. No one touches bodies from now on. We got a nasty crew out there. My client knows enough to take down the mob. Let me take a crack at him. Make it quick.
In this room, I need to be in charge.
Welcome aboard.
This is not the city to start troubling. If you get what you're looking for, you could change this city.
TV's #1 news show, Vegas, CBS Tonight.
They don't want to play outside. They don't want to sleep in their own bedroom.
A family living in fear after neighbors are caught on camera mocking their disabled child. Now, the legal battle to make it stop. 19 Action News with the latest developments on this shocking bad behavior.
Well, you saw the video. A father and son appearing to mock a little girl who has cerebral palsy.
And now both sides have filed complaints with the Canton City prosecutor. Our Scott Taylor has the follow-up on this disturbing story.
The video is just plain mean. It was taken at a bus stop right down the road. It pits 43-year-old William Bailey, who lives in that house, against a 10-year-old girl who's physically challenged who lives right next door. That's William Bailey and his young son limping in front of Tricia Knight at the school bus stop. Tricia and her husband Mike say Bailey and his son are mocking the way their 10-year-old physically challenged daughter walks.
I'm tired of it. You know, I just want to live my life with my kids with no nonsense that I have to put up with all the time.
Moments after we arrived in the neighborhood, up the road next to Bailey's house, we heard gunshots. We're standing here waiting for you, and we hear shots from right up there on the other side of his house. I mean, does this go on? Shooting here?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I did some digging. William Bailey does have a conviction of aggravated menacing earlier this year. The Kansas City prosecutor tells me he pointed a shotgun in the direction of a utility worker and fired. On Monday, we tried to talk to William Bailey, but he just drove off.
Camera out of my face.
If you haven't seen the video, we've placed it up on our Facebook page at 19 Action News, and we want you to tell us how you see it. In Stark County, Scott Taylor, 19 Action News.
Well, to Summit County now, a car ended up in the river in Akron. We're told Robert Buggy was driving home from work about 1 o'clock this morning at Portage Trail Hill and Akron Peninsula Road. He says he swerved to avoid a deer and ended up in the Cuyahoga River. Looking at the car, it's a miracle that he survived, and he knows it.
Dazed, scared, never been so close to death before. And my only thought was to get home where I was safe.
Wow. In fact, Buggy doesn't even remember how he got out of the car, got out of the river. He insists he was not drinking.
Well, a big game this weekend when Ohio State takes on Nebraska, and now an alert from OSU officials about fake tickets. 19 Action News reporter Dan DeRose is at the big board.
Huge game. Ohio State undefeated, Nebraska with 1 loss. It'll be the first trip for the Huskers to Columbus, the first time ever in the Horseshoe, and it's a night game, national television. So here's what Ohio State put up on their actual website today. An absolute warning to beware of counterfeit tickets. I called down to Ohio State. I talked to the athletic department. They said they haven't seen any fake tickets, but they know it's going to happen. It happened 2 years ago when they played Michigan, huge night game, that they're going to be out there preying on people that want to make money on fake tickets. So here's the one thing they recommend. Go to the Ohio Ticket Exchange, the Ohio State Ticket Exchange. It's the only way to guarantee that you're buying real tickets. And I've looked, there are plenty of them, the cheapest, $75 right now. So how do you find that page if you're going to the game? Very simple, 19actionnews.com. We've put it on our See On section right there, the warning about your game tickets. From the big board, Dan DeRose, 19 Action News.
Thanks, Dan. If you're looking for something to do during the winter months, why not head to the zoo? A dip in the temperatures means a drop in admission prices at the Metro Park Zoo. Prices will go down on November 1st, and they won't come back up until March. It'll cost adults $8.25 and children $5.25.
Now, your 19 Action News First Alert forecast.
All right, well, we are pretty warm right now. We're going to stay that way this evening, and actually for the next couple of days here, it's going to be pretty nice. Few showers and storms around this evening, and I noticed I kept the temperature basically around 65 here. We actually went up to 66 as of 6 o'clock in Cleveland, but you got 71 in Canton, and look at down here, well in the 70s. I think we could be there on Thursday. We'll be a little warmer tomorrow. The warmest day will be on Thursday, and then Mr. Cold Front's going to come through and ruin that. Now, check out the way these showers and storms are going, basically from south to north. So right here, as we focus what's going on around Columbus, that's a couple of showers and storms, and I think that could start to move this way. So that's why we have it in the forecast. It looks like you're getting a light shower Cedar Point. The Erie County, Sandusky County line there on Doppler Max, and then you have more out to the west. This is some steadier rain moving through Ottawa and Sandusky, Seneca County, basically from south to north, rotating around the system. So pretty warm, as I mentioned. We're on the warm side of this front tomorrow. Even with a mainly cloudy sky, I still think we'll make it a little bit above 70, and I'm going to keep it dry tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to keep it dry on Thursday as well. Thursday, we will mix in some sunshine here. This is Thursday at 2 o'clock, and that's when I think temperatures could be well in the 70s. And then here you go. This is the next front that comes through Friday morning, we think right now. Not much with the front itself, but we will be developing some showers Friday afternoon, Friday night, which means it could be pretty wet for the Friday night football games, and then temperatures will be crashing. But not tonight. 62, cloudy, warm. Just a few showers and storms around mainly this evening, right around 60 in the Akron-Canton area with a few showers and storms. And then tomorrow, mainly cloudy but dry and mild, 72. The breeze will pick up out of the south here at 11 to 22. Now tomorrow night, that's when we will go partly cloudy, so that's why I have it cooler at 54. Thursday, 75. Friday, oh boy, showers developing, upper 50s. Temperatures could even drop during the afternoon. And then look at the weekend and early next week, waves of rain. And boy, it's going to be, I'm calling it cold for this time of year. It's going to feel like November. 53
Great.
Saturday, only 51 on Sunday. And some showers around. Some of that will be lake effect rain there.
What is going on?
So there you go. Big pattern change this fall. Now all of a sudden we're cold and wet.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
Mark.
Up next in sports, Ohio State made a